Right guys, well here we are in the sort of pre-dinner drinks before the sort of conference dinner, but look, why don't you introduce yourselves, and you are?
My name is Mark and I'm from Melbourne, Sydney.
Okay, and you are?
I'm Tom from TNT Magazine in Sydney.
Okay, and you are?
I'm Alex from Happy Chapels, Australia, New Zealand.
Fantastic. Well look, why don't we start with you? What were your aspirations, or what did you think you'd achieve or learn out of today, and have they been fulfilled? And what was the high point today?
Well, I was invited here to be on a panel to talk about the elephant in the room, which is Asian commissions.
Yep.
And I really wanted to take the opportunity just to sort of be in a forum where I can have a say and where I can hear people's questions, and I thought it was great.
And did you have your say? Did you feel that you aired your grievances or aired your views?
Well, I was listening to grievances.
Oh, okay, cool. So what about you?
Actually, I work for part of TNT. We've got a website that's industry facing towards the backpacker trade.
Yeah.
So part of it was to write down notes and to have a piece available for the website by the end of today. And also talk about the commission debate with this guy as well. Asking some tricky questions too.
Okay, cool. And what about yourself?
My main goal was just to do a little bit of networking and a little bit of learning, and on both accounts, succeeded.
So what was the high point? Who did you think was the best presenter today? What was the thing that impressed you most?
I think Safari Pete's video probably for me. The amount of effort that went into that was pretty epic.
I like the Sunshine Coast and great.
All right, cool. All right, guys. Well, look, I think food is calling, so I'll let you go. All right. Thank you for your time.
We're that close.
Okay guys, well here we are now at Twin Waters Resort, and we're having a drink now in Lily's overlooking the lagoon here. So tell me, what were your firstly what your names are, and then secondly what your expectations were, and were they delivered today?
Brett Eldershaw, Colourful Trips to Sydney. Expectations, I try and arrive with not too many. So today it was good. They got some information, a little bit of strategy, direction for the future. So I think it was worthwhile coming.
What was the high point for you?
Definitely
Lunch.
Definitely Neil's very frank, honest opinion, which is good, and also the guy from, is it Patter?
Patter.
Yeah,
about the aviation stuff,
yeah.
wasn't it? Eye-opening.
Apart from the best PowerPoint presentation,
Yeah.
the information was good.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, and your name is?
Neil Giddis from Stray and Spaceships, bus company and camper van company.
Yep.
I actually had a great day today. It was cool because there was such a cross-section of speakers. And I also found the talk about the aviation in Asia and the impact of the short haul.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Interesting. Yeah, so I think that the best part of today was the cross-section of people that were there and speaking. So.
And it helps you, it starts your mind thinking, doesn't it? It stretches your brain, doesn't it?
And also helps, when you think you're out on a limb yourself with your theories, meeting other people with like-mindedness is good.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah. And what about yourself? You are?
Gregor McCormack.
You're worried that the rain's making it.
Yeah, it's getting a bit wet out here.
You'll be fine, it's okay. Your hair's not going to get wet, it's okay.
In the industry, and I think the best thing was at the very end. I think that guy on that Aboriginal stuff and telling us the real way that Aboriginals could be more involved in the industry was actually very enlightening.
Yeah.
It was a bit different, and I think that was excellent.
Nice way to finish the day.
Yeah, and there's no question that the Aboriginal side of things in tourism in Australia is maturing. It's getting to a point that it's a good product as well. So
no, but also what he was saying is don't just see them as actors.
Yes.
Get them actually involved.
They're
let
real
them drive
people.
The buses.
Yeah.
Let them be the promotional people. Let them be the marketing people. Let them be the everything.
Yeah, spot
I think he was really excellent.
Brilliant, guys. Well, thank you very much indeed, and I think it must be time for another drink.
Now get
out of the rain.
Out of the rain, and more rain.
So tell me your names, and what were your expectations today, and have they been delivered? And what were the high points really for you today in the presentations and the workshops today?
Okay, certainly. Would you like to go first? Shall I? My name's Lee. I'm from Western Australia, and I run a research and marketing company.
Excellent.
And I came to network with this side of the world because we're often forgotten over there.
Yep.
And to look at the different ideas that they had and approaches to marketing, the problems they're having in attracting backpackers and retaining them here here with problems we're seeing with Asia and backpackers going back to Asia quickly instead of staying longer in Australia, or not even making a journey here.
And did that, what you heard today, did that fulfil those expectations?
It answered some of the questions. There was still a lot that remain unanswered. I'm sure we have slightly different problems on our side, but it was good to hear differing opinions across the board.
And what was your high points in terms of the presentations or the workshops today?
It was very good hearing Chris's approach to the transport information that we got.
With Pampata?
That was fantastic.
It was eye-opening, wasn't it?
Yes, very much so. No, it was good to see that, and good to see where the trends are probably going to be developed in the future and how we can utilise that on our side.
Brilliant. Now then, we'll just shoot across here. And you are?
I'm Tracy from YHA Limited.
Oh, excellent, good. So tell me a little bit about, you know, what you thought you were coming here to experience or discover. Have you fulfilled that, and what were your high points today?
This is my second one. Different venue, Airlie Beach being the backpacker hub. This is the same vibe, obviously. But in saying that, the guest speakers were a lot better today than last year. And again, that airline presentation was...
Blows your socks off, doesn't it?
App for that on my phone for the screensaver.
Well, I can promise you guys, you can see the whole presentation, first part tomorrow, second part the following day, and also an interview I did with Chris afterwards where he was actually much more revealing as well.
Oh, fantastic. That's very good.
There was a lot of people who were missing that I thought would have been there today. Unfortunately, there's so much going on in tourism. Everyone's back in their businesses, running their businesses, and want to attend. But in saying that, it's been a good day. It's good networking for me. I'm a marketing person, so I like to catch up with all these people.
You did the business card exchanges and made the contacts
and
schmoozed the schmooze.
And it's good because I deal with a lot of tour operators in other states, and I don't often get to see them or meet them. So it's good to face to face instead of on the phone all the time. So it's good for me.
Okay, well, John King, you're chairman of ATEC, and this is a slightly different sort of role with you being in the backpacker and youth side of things, okay? Because we're all getting a bit grey and losing our hair a little bit. But this is a vibrant part of this industry, and today in the function today, or in the conference today, what struck me was that this is a really significant part of this tourism industry going forward. So tell me a little bit about it from your perspective and ATEC's perspective.
Well, we likewise see it as a very major part of the inbound sector, but I think for a lot of our tourism industry, it's not only a major source of revenue and business, but also in perhaps even the more remote areas of Australia, it's a very big part of our employment. The working holiday visa program, which we're looking to extend to provide extra time and increase the age group particularly, we believe that that's absolutely essential for the continuance and sustainability of tourism in some of the more remote areas like North Queensland, like Northern Territory, etc.
It's amazing. I've been doing some work recently on tourism strategies in Southern Downs, which is Warwick, Stanthorpe, and the backpacker side of things is an important part of their business. It actually fulfills their peak season they're heading into their peak season now in terms of regular tourists, but from backpackers, their actual peak season is the other part of when they don't get people, so they're fulfilling their places. Now, just in terms of the working holiday visa side of things, I've had a chat with a couple of people about the document or the paper that's been released recently. How confident are you that the government will actually take notice of what you've said in that paper?
Well, we've had very strong support from Martin Ferguson, the Minister of Tourism, from the department. They've been very helpful in helping us identify the information that the government requires. Martin Ferguson has taken that to Chris Bowen, the Minister for Immigration, and we're very hopeful that there will be an announcement in the very near future. But on the other side of politics, we have very, very strong support from Bob Baldwin and Scott Morrison, the shadow Ministers for Tourism and Immigration. And they're giving it very strong support as well. So it's great to be in a position where you've got support from both sides of politics.
It's interesting, I was in Cairns last week, and it struck me that the industry, the tourism industry, could well be compromised significantly without these young working holiday people coming in to do all the jobs that we don't have people to do.
That's what I was talking about. You know, a lot of the industry would collapse without this as part of the workforce.
the other thing that struck me as well is it was interesting today talking about Koreans. I was stunned how many Koreans there are in Cairns. Now they may not be doing front office work because their English is not brilliant, but for example, we were staying in the Park Regis and so on. I think all the housekeeping staff were all Koreans. In this pub I went to, the kitchen staff were all Koreans, and they're all working through, and they're going to spend their money in Australia. So I think this thing about people...
Go to Ayers Rock Resort,
yeah.
And the vast majority of the staff there are Koreans.
I don't blame you wanting a drink, John. That's absolutely right. But look, just in terms of the tourism industry, things have been a little tough, okay? And I know we're going to talk about this later on in the week in the ATEC symposium, but backpacking and young working holidays are a significant part of our industry. And when do you think that the bigger industry is going to realise that?
I think it is realising it now, and you know, apart from the fact that the bigger end of the industry, mainstream tourism, sees the importance of the work and holiday visas as a key part of short-term infill for the employment issues. I think there's a well-established realisation of the value that they bring in terms of money. And with the work that we did on the work and holiday visas, where we looked at what the net value to Australia, and when you look at, if you take out the amount of money they earn here, just working holiday makers alone bring in $1.4 billion a year into Australia.
Significant amount of money, John. I think it's time for dinner, so thank you for your time.
Not at all. Good job.